DJI just dropped the Osmo 360, a bold new design with dual lenses and 360 video. But here is a big question. Can it survive the real world like the Action 5 Pro? Is the thing just a creative tool or a true action camera? Today we are testing both in rough conditions, side by side, and we'll find out if the Osmo 360 can beat the Action 5 Pro in image quality and toughness.
Can we consider DJI Osmo 360 as an action camera, and actually as the best DJI action camera? Since the release last year, DJI Action 5 Pro has been considered as the most durable, as the most robust action camera among all of them on the market. And the reason for that is this camera can be taken underwater up to 20 meters, and I was taking it even deeper. I was baking this camera, freezing, dropping it so many times, and luckily there are no a single scratch on the camera itself. Only a few small painting scratches on the replaceable lenses. Would I trust to do the same with DJI Osmo 360? Well, I doubt it. And the reason for that is, first of all, the camera has spherical lenses and they're not replaceable. It means that even if I will be lucky to drop this camera one or more time with no scratches, at some point it will happen. The lenses will be broken and I will need to send this camera back. Is this a big problem to send the camera back? In theory it is not, but when you're on vacation, and mostly we are using action cameras while vacationing, it's not so comfortable, and actually most likely it is impossible to send this camera back. And it means that if you are relying on your action camera and this is only one in your backpack, once it is broken, it is broken. You can't do anything about it. For this particular test, I'm using two selfie sticks, and none of them are from DJI or Insta360. The one selfie stick that I'm using with DJI Action 5 Pro today is a no brand that I purchased somewhere on Temu. And with DJI Osmo 360, I'm using the selfie stick from the vlog kit from New Year. It's actually one of my favorite accessories because it's durable and it has additional light. And I covered this accessory in my another episode. Another thing I found about DJI Osmo 360 and why it is not associating for me as action camera, it's too narrow. Of course it's good if you want to place it into the pocket, but the thing is that if you want to just place this camera on the ground for filming the B-roll, especially when you are running or just walking and you don't have any tripod with you because you just drop the camera into the pocket, you can't do, unfortunately, because it's too narrow and most likely it will fall. Also, I noticed that the magnet on the back side of the camera is not so strong as on Action 5 Pro. When I was trying to attach it to the bar while crossfitting, the DJI Action 5 Pro has been attached robustly. I mean, I didn't worry about it that it will fall, but unfortunately DJI Action 5 Pro didn't want to hold there. I do a lot of exercising every day, running, hiking, crossfitting, and I would say that a very big one action camera, this would be definitely DJI Action 5 Pro, and the reason for that is that this is true for action. I don't see DJI Osmo 360 as action camera at all, and the reason is that first of all it's too fragile. No replaceable lenses means that once it falls at least one time you need to send it back. You don't have camera at least for 1 or 2 weeks. Speaking about DJI Action 5 Pro, replaceable lenses, you can take it underwater up to 20 meters. DJI Osmo 360 only up to 10 meters. That's my verdict. But what do you think, guys? Just let me know. Let's also try D-Lock M mode on both cameras. As we see that DJI Action 5 Pro supports 8-bit, 10-bit and also D-Lock M format. On the other hand, DJI Osmo 360 doesn't support 8-bit. It has only 10-bit and D-Lock M. D-Lock M uncovered colors looks similar on both cameras, what I can say based on the preview. But let's see on the large screen. Why does it look better, especially after the colors recovering? We know that the lock mode on DJI cameras, it's not so flat comparing to Insta360 cameras. It's a little bit softer, but you can grade it and recover the colors pretty well. What do you think, guys? Which one looks better to you? Now I'm among the trees in a low light area, and the thing is that now I'm filming on both cameras using regular video mode, but DJI Action 5 Pro has a super night mode. And this is a big advantage over DJI Osmo 360 that has a super night mode only if you are filming in 360 mode. I very hope the DJI Osmo 360 will also introduce a super night mode for a single lens. Let's compare now 4K 30 fps on DJI Action 5 Pro and also 360 mode in 8K 50 fps on DJI Osmo 360. I'm also walking among the trees, and let's see where does it look better. Where do you see more colors? Is the shadows or the light that coming among the branches blinding the sensor or not? Very interesting to hear your opinion, guys. As you can see now, I'm standing in the very interesting point where the sun is shining directly through the branches. And on Action 5 Pro, I can clearly see the blind spot, but seems like DJI Osmo 360 can handle it a little bit better. What do you think? And speaking about accessories, by the way, I wanted to show it to you in my previous episodes. Recently, I got this really nice power bank that I'm carrying with me all the time when I'm driving in the car. And actually, it fits for recharging, not just using USB ports, but also you can connect devices to this power bank as to the regular outlet. And this is a large benefit, especially if you want to recharge your laptop, your cameras, or any other devices while traveling in the car or while hiking. This is the power bank from Flashfish. Actually, the brand for me was quite new and unknown, and I was looking for something similar also from DJI or EcoFlow, because I have two other home power banks from EcoFlow. But the thing is that I found they are not so portable, and this Flashfish power bank appeared to be lightweight. Yeah, you can connect just as regular socket outlet devices to it. Also, it has multiple USB ports. It has a strong light, and just a recommendation as a life-saving device that I would recommend always to take with you and have it in your trunk or even in your backpack.
Let's take a quick look at photos from both cameras. I took a few shots using the default settings. No editing, no tuning, just point and shoot. The DJI Osmo 360 and the Action 5 Pro were side by side. Same lighting, same subject, and here's what I got. I'm not going to tell you which is better, you tell me in the comments. Which photos look sharper, more natural, or just more pleasing to your eye? Now, here's something important if you like to close-up shots or talking to the camera. Both cameras have a minimum focus distance of around 1.15 feet or 35 centimeters. That means that if you get too close, your face or subject might get a little soft. So for vlogging or details, it helps to keep a bit distance or stretch your arm out if you are shooting handheld.
So this scene is very interesting because I have the sun right behind me, and it seems like on the video preview, the white area with the sun on DJI Osmo 360 looks larger than on DJI Action 5 Pro. But let me know, guys, what do you think on the large screen? Where do you see more details on the face, on the ground, grass, and the sky? Some other benefits of DJI Action 5 Pro over Osmo 360 is a lot of different accessories. You can use ND filters, you can use CPL filters. These are quite important, especially if you are filming the water, if you want to have a cinematic blur motion. Also, you have a macro lenses that you can attach to the DJI Action 5 Pro. Unfortunately, none of this exists yet so far for DJI Osmo 360. And if you're interested to see everything about ND filters for DJI Action 5 Pro, I will attach this video and you will see the link in the top right corner of the screen. Now, this area has a lot of sun, has a lot of light, and let's compare both cameras. How it will handle when we have shadows, when we have light playing. Is it gonna blind the entire view, or actually it will film really good? What do you think, guys? Let me know, because when I was comparing DJI Osmo 360 with Insta360 X5, we had a lot of exploded white lights on the background, and with Insta360 X5 with its adaptive tone really showed better result. So let's see how DJI Osmo 360 will be filming against DJI Action 5 Pro. Let me know in the comments. 5K 30 FPS mode on DJI Osmo 360 has a limited mode. You cannot switch between front and back camera on DJI Osmo 360 when you are filming in 5K. You need to select the view and perspective before start filming. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Is it better to film in 5K 30 FPS? And does it look better than DJI's Action 5 Pro 4K 30 FPS? Let me know in the comments. Let me switch DJI Osmo 360 to 4K 30 FPS. And now both cameras are filming with the same angle, the same view, resolution, and even frame per second. So guys, let me know, what do you think? Which camera, to your opinion, is filming better now? Where do you see better colors? More or less sharpness, more or less noise? Because on the video preview, of course, it is too small to judge about anything. And I'm gonna say on the large screen. But would be interesting to hear your opinion. And also, if you didn't watch my previous episode where I compared Insta360 X5 with DJI Osmo 360, I will drop the link. It will appear in the top right corner of the screen. So when we are filming in 4K, we can switch to max 60 FPS on DJI Osmo 360 and up to 120 FPS on DJI Action 5 Pro. This is another important aspect for the action camera. But don't worry, because the DJI Osmo 360 has a special boost mode that actually allows us to switch to 4K 120 FPS. So now both cameras are filming in 120 FPS at 4K. Of course, this mode is better for running action activities and not for just walking. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you see any jittering? Looks like that on DJI Osmo 360 it also changes the view. It became more wider than it was before, and seems like it requires more light while I'm walking among the shadows, and also a little bit of the sunlight is coming among the trees. Just let me know, guys, what do you think about the shadows, the colors and the light? We will now enter in a few meters, just in a few seconds, into a very interesting area where the sun will appear and will shine directly into the lenses just right behind my back. And we know that 360 cameras sometimes experience the problem to handle the sun on the background, because it might also provide the sun flare on the lenses, etc. With DJI Action 5 Pro, it handles the light pretty well. At least on the video preview, I can see more blue light on DJI Action 5 Pro rather than on the DJI Osmo 360. But let me know, what do you think on the large screen? Where does it look better? In the recent update, DJI Action 5 Pro has introduced two color profiles, like the normal one and vivid one, because of the creators who used to work with Insta360 cameras with more saturated colors. They wanted to have more colors on DJI. We know that DJI cameras has a little bit under-saturated footage, a little bit too flat, and that's why they introduced on DJI Action 5 Pro this vivid color profile. On DJI Osmo 360, this color profile doesn't exist yet, but I suspect that they will introduce in the next releases. Based on my recent experience with the cameras and with using DJI Osmo 360, if I would need to take one of action cameras with me for my next vacation, I would definitely grab DJI Action 5 Pro. Unfortunately, I can't trust DJI Osmo 360, and there are multiple reasons for that. First of all, it doesn't have any lens protections. It means that once the camera drops on the ground, it's over. No more filming on vacation. Second of all, it doesn't have any scuba diving case, and you can take new DJI Osmo 360 underwater only up to 10 meters. And for scuba diving, 10 meters is like nothing. So once they introduce the scuba diving cases, that might change the situation. The third thing is a battery. DJI Action 5 Pro can really film around 3 hours, even if you are filming, mixing 4K with other sort of resolution. With DJI Osmo 360, I doubt that it will film more than 70 minutes. And this is the big gap, especially for action cameras, when you don't have the place where to recharge it. So what do you think? Does it hold the ground, DJI Osmo 360, against its predecessor, DJI Action 5 Pro? Can it be called as an action camera, or is it just another 360 gimmick that actually you can't take anywhere except the walking streets, cinematic filming shots? Let me know your opinion. So guys, in the meantime, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Today I'm not wet, my feet are dry, and I don't know if it will affect the likes and subscribers or not, but we will see. Still, if you enjoyed this video, just hit the like button. Also, it's a good chance to subscribe to my channel, and we will have a lot more comparisons coming in the next couple of days. Take care, stay tuned, and see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.